Hi there.
Hey there, and we are streaming.
Are we? I don't see Discord.
Yeah, we just started streaming, basically. Oh, I gotta share it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Now let's see.
Alright, welcome back to the stream. We're doing more Doom. It's me, James.
Me, Mary.
And me, Kitty Cat Herder.
Yeah, I basically just woke up like an hour ago.
Oh dear. So let me listen to the stream for a second for my own audio. Hopefully I
Right.
wasn't clipping there. Okay, I was fine. I think I just might have accidentally clipped for a second, but it's doing fine. Let me just
Ah, yeah.
pop out chat, do this song and dance, so that I can have it there and easily see it while we're streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, crap.
But yeah, shout out to spiders helping with insect populations. Just wish they weren't inside my house.
This
Yeah.
episode is dedicated to spiders. We will be seeing 10 times as many arachnotrons in this stream. Anytime any of them would spawn, there's just 10 of them.
10 whole arachnotrons?
Yeah. Same with spider masterminds. It's making an important point about insect population.
Oh dear.
Well, arachnid population, but, you know.
Okay. Uh, this is... Yes, this is the one. Okay, so let me just grab this real quick.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't need to grab that.
Do, 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 do.
Nah, it's teleporting in.
Oh, that'll prank.
Yeah.
Reminds me, I need to at some point actually beat Serious Sam. No, I should just stream that actually. I need to get back into streaming anyway.
Serious Sam.
And it's just, it's so silly.
Oh, you know
Like,
what?
it's. Yeah?
I used to play multiplayer of that with my dad and older sibling.
Nice. I forgot that I had multiplayer. Like, I never really got to play it back in the day. I got it at, like, on sale at one point. I'm like, oh yeah, might as well get some of the classic Serious Sams. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, God, it's very peak, like, you know, that early, you know, that 90s, you know, early 2000s style of like FPS with just for the first, I know for a while, like the first couple of levels, every time you're like, oh hey, some pickups, and you just collect them. Like, you're like, oh, something's gonna ambush you. Something's gonna just teleport on top of you.
Yeah, a guy with
Get-
a bomb for his head is gonna run at you.
Yeah? And it's just, it does that every time, and it's, and I cannot emphasize enough, games were just like that. Like, if you haven't played through, games at that time, they were just, that was just such a common thing.
Yeah.
To just like, aha, you picked up some health. What if 10,000 demons? Die.
TV Tropes calls that teleporting keycard squad. Why am I being pinged so much? Alright, this is another person who doesn't know how to switch off the ping people on replies thing. I wish that wasn't on by default.
Yeah.
Oh crap, that's a homing.
No, I guess kind of related, though, to all that. I do find it funny every time I'm reminded that the spider companion from Donkey Kong Country, his name was Squitter. They literally just named him that, huh? Like, they wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
But it's still...
I mean, the baby in Adam's Family Values, I think? Baby was called Pubert.
Oh god. I think that okay, but the word pubes had existed for like a long time though. Like
Yeah.
so I don't like I get where you're coming from. I don't think that counts. Like what does count though is the whole boner thing from the early Batman comics. It's like that.
All of this emphasis on bonus has given me a new idea for a crime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the only word in old comics that hasn't aged that well. It's just a very funny set of panels in itself.
Oh yeah. Like, it's so good. Like, back in the day, it was just a word that meant, like, making a funny mistake or something. Something along
Yes.
those lines.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Which is even actually a bit funny. Funny if you think about it, as well as just, like, how did that become, slang for what we now know as a boner?
Well,
But yeah,
sometimes
no,
people make funny mistakes with their boners.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
some people do. Especially the Joker.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't like poison or lava. This is just a river of blood we're standing in. No
Lovely.
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Surprising.
actually, I do need to grab that. Is that an Arachnotron or a Mind Weaver? Arachnotron.
It's an arachnotron. It's not a beaver.
Forgot we called it that.
It's- It's gonna be
Oh.
9 more arachnotrons behind that.
Oh, that's another word that had taken on a funny usage nowadays.
Oh, the
Beaver?
beaver?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you're saying nowadays, but like I'm thinking of what's that song called? Winona had a big brown beaver. Had a big brown beaver. You know the song.
Yeah, true. No, I don't know when that first
Someone had a
started.
big brown. Yeah, it is Winona.
God. There's an English Stack Exchange. Excuse me? Okay, English Stack Exchange. Do you have the history of this?
History of the word beaver. For
Yeah.
the one person. Oh, the one person who has access to the voice chat text, we're sorry about posting Winona's big brown beaver with no context.
Also, oh yeah, might as well say in YouTube chat, Saif said earlier, there's less rust than I was expecting. Thought it was gonna be some Silent Hill Otherworld type shit.
Yeah.
Which is, God, I mean, you could. I bet there is, like, a WAD
Yeah.
that does that.
There absolutely are WADs of that type.
Yep.
Honestly, at this point, I play less of the WADs are. Oh, this is an original flavor Doom WAD. Tries to make a gameplay experience like the original games, and playing all the wacky ones. It's like, what if Doom was in the back rooms? What if Doom, but you only have 10 minutes to make the levels, so they're all completely insane?
God, I am not finding where. Oh, there. It's hard to focus on English Stack Exchange.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah,
But
it's just like translated by like same person who made Scottish Wikipedia, so there's a lot of what oh chaps in every post.
God, that'd be funny, actually.
It's
I wish.
fake English.
Yeah, that's it. It's still bizarre that person got away with doing that for
Well,
Scottish Wikipedia.
That has happened on a lot of internet resources. People just don't notice they're being vandalized because it's like, well, no one's using this.
Yeah, true.
Like, there's pretty well-known stuff of people on 4chan having like scripts for finding typos in Wikipedia articles to build up positive karma, so they can get away with vandalizing more prominent pages.
Oh my God.
Often, you know, politically related ones, because of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's so fucking wild.
We live in the stupidest cyberpunk dystopia.
Yeah, which, God, I'm reminded of a novel, a short novel that I still need to finish. God, I say that for a lot of media. Anyway, it's called Down and Out in the Magic Kingdom, where it's like, oh, you know, it's a like transhumanist future. People can live forever and alter their bodies and whatnot, but they have. They got rid of money, but now they have a social currency called the Waffle, which is a stupid name, but that's like kind of on purpose. Where it's like, oh, if you do things that people like, you can get positive, or they can ding you and get like lower it. And you know, it has like, imagine if like, you know, Reddit upvotes and downvotes affected your access to goods and services, right? Like, it's bad. And like, the author meant it to be like bad and dystopian. Like, oh, people are like ruining their lives over this.
Stupid name for it, because all
Yeah.
the services that exist in the present day like that have names are stupid if you don't have the context.
Yeah, but it's like some people looked at it and it's like, oh, this sounds so great. And it's like, no, what are you guys talking about? Yeah. What if we build the social, torment nexus? Do not build the social torment nexus. This is just inherently a bad idea. But it's like, there's just the idea that you can just fix grammatical errors in Wikipedia and then like, aha, time to say fucked up shit on, like, it's made fuck up edits on some political page.
No. Time to this is what they were explicitly doing. Time to make edits in support of far-right causes on
Oh.
media. Now that you have enough karma to get away with it if anyone catches you. And no one will catch you because they'll go, oh well, this looks like a trusted editor. Like, this was a
God.
whole thing that, you know, became pretty well known as an exploit. Really an exploit, but like, get what?
Ah, damn it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we found this way to like make this work in our favor, and it's. Why do you feel the need to do that?
Yeah, I'm like, why does it work that way, and why do you feel the need to do this anyway? Like, come on.
Like at the point where you are literally vandalizing encyclopedias because you're not able to find any other support of your beliefs, why do you still believe these things?
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still...
No. Back to this. Okay.
Yeah, and oh, I guess to mention the waffle thing again. I remember in this one like transhumanist tabletop RPG that I'm interested in called Eclipse Phase. It's, you know, like there's people who look like, oh, in like some parts of the setting that's like, you know, like we got rid of capitalism, but there's still this, like, they don't call it the waffle, but it's like the, you know, similar thing. And even in the text of like the RPG, like it's kind of explained through the point of view of someone living in there. It's like, you know, like, hey, yeah, it's unfortunately prone to being abused and gamified, but it's like, you know, we try to work on it, and like, you know, it's still a bit, you know, like in a lot of places you can still get like, if you know, food that you need or a place to sleep, or, you know, you can just get that in a lot of like like autonomous zones, like, so it's like it's a bit better, but it still like has its share of problems, right? And people used to complain on the forums of like, hey, you know, this sounds kind of bad, and it's like, well, yeah, it's part of the dystopian future. Like even in like, you know, the autonomous zones, it's like, yeah, like shit still sucks, and I'm like, oh, it made perfect sense to me, even without knowing about that novel, because it's like, okay, what if people got rid of capitalism, but their brains have been fried by over 100 years or more of like Reddit and social media, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That's how they try to get rid of money with, of just, what if everyone you meet can upvote and downvote you, actually? The answer is it's bad.
Watch out, you've opened the portal to Platonia.
Nah, not enough, not enough.
There were
Okay,
4
gunners?
chain gunners rounding that corner, and it's like, that's a pretty, like,
Okay, yeah.
high concentration of chain gunners for any area. But yeah, it's like, yeah, sometimes these things are in the settings because it's a dystopian setting. Like, you can't just say, oh, we're going to get rid of capitalism and then have no idea how to replace it, because then you end up with another system that will just be exploited the same way.
Yeah.
New Rise of the Chain Gunners.
Hello,
Hello?
hello.
Yeah.
Rise of the Triad Chain Gunners.
Yeah, the Triad are just free chain gunners. Teleport in whenever you pick up any key. Yeah, it's another case of people building the Torment Nexus.
Yeah.
The thing
Right.
is, like, any setting where it's like, oh, there's this one app that controls everything. Oh, there's this one website everybody goes on that dictates your like personal credit score, like social credit or whatever. like looking at that and going, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't build X the everything app.
Yeah. God.
I feel like even if we did, it would be so poorly run that people wouldn't use it anyway.
So
Uh,
whenever
Like Twitter.
Yeah, like Twitter. That is the point I'm making. People are stuck. Like some people are stuck using because it's the only way to do some things right now. It's the only way to, like, some news sites and stuff are only actually really interactable with by going there. 'Cause Twitter did kind of end up being like a de facto standard for years, and then it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Which is so wild. Like, I mean, it makes sense because of who's behind the wheel, but still, like, it, you know, like Twitter literally did become so huge, and then, you know, Musk took control. I mean, even before Musk, there was like things were going wrong before Musk, but like he did not help at all.
I don't. I have to explain who Primus were. Are? I'm not sure if they're still around.
I don't know.
But like, yeah, they were a band been around since what 80s, and they have some novelty songs. I want to say they did the South Park theme, but I might be mistaken there.
I could believe it if they did.
So I honestly cannot remember. Yeah, South Park theme by Primus. So the reason I sent it in the voice chat text is because we were talking about the word beaver and how it has turned from just like a completely innocuous word to being like a innuendo, like, you know, a slightly rude thing. It's just, I was saying, no, this was back in the 90s. This isn't new.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we were talking about
One of these is mismatched.
something.
Try shooting it.
Yeah, I think it opened that.
Okay.
Let me check.
Nice. I forgot what started it. I remember bringing up Boner, and then we got on to like Beaver.
Let me just get the.
Good God.
I think it was specifically we encountered an enemy that we've been calling the Mind Beaver because, like, we misheard Mind Weaver like 3 episodes ago. It's a type of arachnotron with a chain gun. So the Mind Beaver became, oh, beaver. That's a word that has a like piece of innuendo associated with it. Ha ha ha. And then it's like, you know what else does? Boners. And then it's like, man, how did the word boner go from like silly mistake to, you know? Anyway, we all have ADHD. That's the answer.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will go, oh, remember this song? Everyone goes, no, and I have to link the song. Voice chat text, so later on we can scroll through it and go, why the hell were you posting all of these? Yeah. But anyway, back to the thing I keep trying to say and keep getting derailed from. So whenever I hear Americans go, oh, did you know in China there's a social credit score and you have to keep your credit score high? or you'll lose access to services, and banks won't give you loans and stuff. And I'm like, you have this in America. This is just your credit score, you idiot.
Yeah.
It is precisely the same.
Yeah. And I think credit scores came along in like the 80s. So
Yeah,
like
they came along in the late 80s, early 90s. They are not that old an invention. Like, if we're going
Huh.
by the Beaver scale.
Yeah.
Peter scale.
Yeah. I mean, we've
Yeah.
already said, well, in the grand scheme of things, Beaver becoming innuendo was about the 90s, from what we can tell. So, that, like, that's not much older.
Oh yeah.
Why do we live in this system where this thing that has existed for only this long dictates whether or not you can get a loan to buy a house,
For real.
mortgage, or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah. Anything really.
Yeah.
Like if it's low enough, there's so little you could actually like do functionally, even if you had the money for it. And God, paying off and cancel, like let's say you had credit card debt and you paid it off, and then you canceled the credit card, right? Like that actually lowers your fucking credit score.
Yeah.
And it's like that, because my sister is thankfully she's improving her debt, and like it's really high. It's pretty high now, but like she noticed that they had a few dips. It's like, oh, what's that? It's like, oh yeah, a few of the credit cards being canceled. Like, just gave her some dips in her like credit score, and it's like, why is it like that? Like, this fucking sucks. No, and Saif, U.S. Americans, when something happens in the U.S., what are we? A bunch of God. Yeah.
So there's a particular thing. It's not just America that has this. In fact, I'll give context for it. In Britain, like I've seen posts where people go, "Oh, it's like we live under socialism. Look at these bare shelves." It's like you are looking at real, actual bare shelves in supermarkets under capitalism, and you're saying, "Oh, this is what it'd be like if the other guys won."
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get that in
Just
America with it being, oh, communism would make things look like this. And it's like things look like that now.
Yeah.
Like you are somehow not noticing the actual real conditions you're living under. Ah. Ah, wow. So for context, both James and Kitty are American. I'm living in Britain. If you can't tell, I'm actually from Scotland. Often people can't tell. People go, "Oh, what part of America are you from?" or something.
Sorry, the idea. Like,
People have actually asked me what part of America I'm from, and I'm like, no,
that's so funny.
wrong continent.
Wrong continent. Damn. Oh, and I also feel like embarrassed that in the year 2024, folks are still trying to win the Cold War. Like at this point, you capitalists are just larpers. Like, yeah, God. Speaking of people trying to like win the Cold War, still makes me laugh. There's like the victims of
The
communism,
victims' communism
and it like
memorial.
and it lists the you know the Nazis that died trying to like invade the USSR? They're counted in that.
Yeah, because he
They're
needs to
counted
be,
in that.
otherwise it isn't such an impressive figure.
Yeah.
I just remembered something. I just gotta grab something real quick.
Alright. Oh, other arrow. I keep getting mixed up thinking that Mary is Australian.
I'm
God.
not Australian.
Also,
The reason I'm up at stupid times of day isn't because I'm Australian, it's because I have insomnia.
yeah, mood. Ooh, excuse me. That's it. I have a girlfriend who's Australian though.
Yeah.
Love the her. But also, God, Australian accents are really interesting. This is just like,
Okay, back.
you know, very like that's that's it. Like, there's a lot of people who don't have the like, you know, the great Steve Irwin like type of accent, but at the same time, that is like a real accent that does exist. And I do remember both Polygon and Chip Cheesem and Voidberg and company, like independently of each other, streaming Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, and then they hear the voice there, and like, oh, Struce, and they're like, oh man, this is just Americans making fun of Australian accents. But it's like, no, the company that made that is Australian. They're all Australians. That's Australian voice actors in Australia. Some of them do just talk like that, but it's not nearly as common as an accent as you'd think. But it's like, it does exist actually. It's just... And also they have tons of like bonkers ass slang, and it's like, some of it's really cool, but some I'm like, what? And it's great. If you ever look up like a list of Australian slang. That said, I am partial to cool as, to just, you know, saying that something's like
Booming rocket.
interesting. Oh god.
Enemy stand.
Yeah?
I was thinking of that one SpongeBob episode where like the people throw the anchors and the one just follows the guy as he tries to run from it.
I think I
Yeah.
remember that one, but I know
Oh, there.
Mary had. Oh,
Yeah, I never watched SpongeBob as a kid. I don't even know why. It's just not something I particularly cared about.
very fair.
Like, I was even in the right age range to have watched it, but nope. Which does mean an awful lot of my SpongeBob knowledge comes from, like, videos about creepypastas. Like, no exaggeration. There's a channel called Toadbop. Like, the guy does like a whole bunch of videos about like .exe games and other creepypasta related nonsense. And SpongeBob shows up in those a lot because, well, that was a popular series from a time, you know, people remember from the time when a lot of stuff became creepypastas, like it's from. And so there's a lot of, oh, what if SpongeBob was evil and scary kind of stuff going on.
Yeah?
It's all ridiculous nonsense. But, like, that does mean that most of what I've learned about this show has been from this channel. And also
God?
from Night Marinara. Agent SpongeBob creepypasta episode. Yeah.
Amazing.
Night Marinara, great podcast that very recently got revived after a long hiatus.
Nice.
Yeah. What? I listened to this recent episode? Let me see. I have. I'm looking at my list of podcasts and it doesn't seem to be alphabetized, so I'm like, what? What happened here?
Oh dear.
They're under the Dewey Decimal System of evil.
Does
Right.
the UK use the Dewey Decimal?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, we
okay.
do.
I didn't know if they had their own system.
No. Right. Okay, the reason it's not being displayed is that I have pressed the thing that hid all of the podcasts which I have listened to every episode of. That's
Other-
done by accident, because why would I do that? Anyway, yeah.
Other Arrow says, I think I was barely too old for it when it first came on, so my knowledge of SpongeBob is pop culture osmosis and beams.
We have jumped between like 20 topics in those 3 minutes. We're not giving you a play-by-play.
Yeah.
Anything you miss, you're either gonna have to watch the video or you're just gonna have to shrug and go, okay, I guess I missed that.
Unfortunately, yeah. And oh yeah, another said like, I feel like for a game called Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, they're probably trying to play it up, knowing what the international market expect. But like, I am like 90% confident that if I asked my friend to like listen to like 5 minutes of just the intro to Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, and I'm like, hey, are there Australians that just talk like this? I feel like they would say yeah. Like, it's just some like, yeah, something. Sometimes fact is stranger than fiction type thing going on. Because it's like, like I didn't live in like the real urban areas of like New England, but I bet you in some places like there are like the people with like the New Yorker like accent, like something, they're like, oh, I bet no one in New York actually speaks like, like in the shows or whatever. I bet there are some places that do, and like I know the Boston accents like get that sort of rise out of people because you're just like, what? Like, no, yeah, just Bostonians are real. What a con.
Us, us Bostonians are fuck.
God.
Man, I need to. There was like an interview for Ty Tasmanian Tiger, and I need to find it because I think, well, okay, it's for one of the sequels, of which
Yeah.
there were multiple somehow.
Yeah, there was like 4 games total.
But one of them, the dev said that what worked in an earlier game was like, oh, people like the sex appeal, so we're gonna focus more on the sex appeal.
What? No, I knowing that like the director of that series also made Blade Kitten, the webcomic, their comic. Like, I guess I'm not surprised that maybe he would say that. Like, because yeah, Blade Kitten's very much of. What if some guy tried to make a pink anime cat girl in space going on misadventures, sort of deal? God, that's the story behind the game Blade Kitten is kind of a nightmare, a bizarre one, where, like, from the Apocrypha, from what I've heard, like, the director believed all the hype of what like the PS3 could do, right? Of like, oh, we can do so many like 69, whatever, teraflops and like
Said the funny number.
and
That's my
420 giga like hertz or whatever the fuck, right? And it's like, oh yeah, so they made really, really high like polygon models for everything, and then they found out what the PS3 could actually do, your PS3 / Xbox whatever could actually do, and we're like, oh, and had to like, there's no easy automated way to just lower the polygon count so that it could actually fit in a PS3 or Xbox 360 game. so they had to like manually do that, and that ate up so much of their time and money of just undoing that mistake because a guy believed all the hype, and it's like, oh no. You hate to see it.
Avoiding looking up anything about the company because I'm terrified it turns out to be my previous boss.
Unless you work down in Australia, you should
I
be
know.
fine.
Like, no, whenever people go, oh yeah, this guy actually just believes the hype about some new piece of technology, I'm making a joke about my bizarre working conditions in my last job. Suffice to say, my boss believed the hype about AI,
Oh no.
so I can sympathize. It's like, no, don't just believe the press release about a new console. You've got to do your own research and testing and see what you can actually get away with on it. Like, they don't have blast processing. That's not real. Blast processing, I think, was a Sega Saturn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Genesis
Oh, Genesis.
or
Genesis.
Mega Drive.
Oh, yeah,
It's
one of
the
those.
Sega ones. Blast processing was a marketing term coined by Sega of America to promote Sega Mega Drive (Sega Genesis in their region) video game console over its nearest rival, the SNES.
Didn't it?
Blast processing wasn't a thing. They just said, oh yeah, blast processing means this is better. There's no such thing.
God. But you know what? You're right, Other Arrow. Remember, Genesis does, but Nintendo. Wait. God, you tripped me up there. I think the marketing term was Genesis does what Nintendo. Which, I mean, they still kind of do with the whole, like, you know, the Sage, you know, the great Sonic, fuck, I'm forgetting the name of it, but you know, like, the fact that there's a whole, like, expo deal, like, near annually about, like, oh, here's some cool mods and fan games and stuff for, like, Sonic, right, for years, and then Nintendo's, like, hit on Twitter years ago, like, hey, what's some of your favorite, Breath of the Wild songs on YouTube, right? And people shared them, and then they all got, like, hit with, like, cease and desist or whatever. And it's just, yeah, Nintendo's still just the worst with that. They really just hate people sharing anything, even if it, like, does not lose some money at all.
Copyright's a terrible thing.
It really is. And Other Arrow, alternate timeline where Sega named their consoles after books of the Bible. So, yeah, you're right. I misquoted. Sorry.
Yeah.
God. The Sega Matthew.
The old Deuteronomy.
James, you know, the book of James. Sega James, the Sega John. God, I'm trying to remember what was actually after Genesis in the
Second
Bible.
one, Exodus.
Exodus, yeah.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. You know, the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, the very last Sega console, by definition, is Revelations.
Yeah. Gun.
Megasphere.
Nice. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the Wikipedia article on the Bible, and I love having Shin Megami eyes and just seeing like the link to the Catholic Church being in red.
Well, of course it is.
Of course it is. It's just funny every single time.
Yeah.
Like, which, if you're wondering, it's an extension that, like, labels, like, oh, you know, these are people who, like, transphobic, whatever. It's definitely not perfect.
Yeah, it
But,
is.
like, it's a good, like, general, like, vibe check of, like, hey, no, if I should probably check this out a bit more if this is, like, just some random blogger, like, in red, like, yeah, what's up with this? You know, if it's on, like, you know, back on the day in Twitter or Blue Sky, like, oh, who do they follow? And like, okay, this looks like, you know, a normal list, and then you see like Turfzilla or something, or the
Yeah.
woman, some 1488 or something. Like, well, okay, no, like, okay, this was right actually. Like, yeah. And, yeah, no.
Subscribe
That's-
to two worst people on Twitter: Turbo Hitler 1488 and J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, the arrow second numbers sound like an educational console. And Wikipedia reader who forgot that they had the extension and wondering why Wikipedia didn't have an article on the Catholic Church. Oh yeah, because if they don't have an article on something, it's, you know, shown in red. Yeah.
Yeah, deleting the Catholic Church from Wikipedia. Life could be a dream.
I mean,
How much post karma would you need to build up to delete the Catholic Church article and not have anyone complain about it?
God, that'd be so funny.
That's the long game there.
That is the long game. Sorry, I'm just got caught off guard saying that, you know, while scrolling through the Bible article on Wikipedia, I see content and themes, which is like, you know, which is very fair, but it's just also really funny to, like, you know, to be like, man, people have been arguing about that for so many years. Like, I don't know, Wikipedia. Like,
It tells about the facts, themes, and ideas of the Bible.
like, I don't know if you can handle all that, and like, in like, without having its own like article. Because oh boy, there's so much to go over and potentially talk about.
Yes, Wikipedia, commit heresy. Ah, damn it.
God, you know what? A shout out to knowing to Tequila Zaku for knowing, actually, like, having a special interest in like religion, like, it's seeming like, and like, you know, learning about those old heresies and how a lot of them were just, hey, how do I get another you know, like me, a rich asshole? How do I get other rich assholes like fucking killed or exiled from the church? What if saying that the Holy Trinity are one and the same is a heresy? Or if you say it in a certain way, it's a heresy, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Like, you know, that's how you get the one diagram where it's like God, like the Father is not the Son, is not the Holy Spirit, is not the Father, and then in the center, it's like the Holy Trinity or whatever. Like they, like God, like the Father is like the Holy Trinity, the Son is the Holy Trinity, the Holy Spirit is the Holy Trinity. It's like such a, it seems fake, right? Like it sounds like something that'd be fake. Huh?
That in chat now.
I mean, I read Homestuck.
Of course you've read Homestuck.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary, for linking it. Oh, you know, yeah, the Father is God, the Son is God, and just, yeah, it's so fucking bonkers. Oh, and in chat, Safe says, Blast Processing was a marketing slogan based on the Mega Drive's very real speed advantage to the SNES. And other arrow, you'd probably have to argue that the different church denominations aren't relevant enough for their own article and need to be merged into a single list article. Wikipedia loves merging shit. You're right.
Oh yeah.
We're putting everything in one giant fucking article about all Christian churches.
Yeah, not notable enough to need their own articles.
But also,
God.
we're literally going to merge them into one biomass.
Yeah?
Oh, those aren't enemies. Sorry.
They're
No?
just dead guys. James, give them some dignity.
I said sorry.
Let's see here. Update on Bluto. Oh, God, yeah. She talked about, like, getting her boyfriend into Astro Boy, and they started with Pluto, of all things. But, I mean, I guess that's not technically a bad thing to go, but, yeah, update on Pluto, BF situation. We ended up binging the show in one night. Wow. His face rapidly switched between confused, afraid, and acceptance. After finishing, he looked at me and asked if this was payback. God. I mean, is it? Like, there's so many things you could have started with Astro Boy. Like, I know I want to watch the, what was it, 2003 show? Like, that one looks really good. And has, like, really nice animation and everything. But I still need to go back and finish the 80s one that I started ages ago. Like, it's, you know, it's still pretty good.
I watched some of the 2000s one.
Nice. Oh, another arrow. Replying to blast processing. If I recall correctly, the speed advantage was the only definite advantage the Mega Genesis, bless you, had over the SNES. Oh, and safe. I chose Pluto for Chaos. God. Yeah, that tracks. Other arrow. In the Mega Genesis defense, it was a console a few years older. True.
Yeah. So, I've noticed that you keep saying SNES or SNES in different, weirder ways each time.
Yes.
You're trying to balance between the American
No.
pronunciation, SNES, and the UK one, SNES.
Here's the thing. We sometimes also call it the SNES. Because the NES and the SNES, or SNES. So
Just
it's
call
like,
it SNES.
so I'm just like, my brain keeps
Word.
switching between them.
This level's
Somehow.
called The Rack.
A.
Yeah, check out this giant rack. Check out this imp has the rack.
Wait, does it? Oh. Invisible. Ah, fuck.
SNES.
Other arrow. Kitty, you need to pronounce it the SNES. NES. And safe, and some fuckers say Super NES. Oh yeah, I have.
It's just, I always say SNES. People keep going SNES or Super NES, and I'm like, you know what? Sure.
Yeah. Oh, and update on Tyler the Tasmanian Tiger, and if that's exaggerated or not. My friend Cassidy says it varies, of course, but Cassie folks tend to have exaggerated accents already, or quite exaggerated accents already, so it's not unrealistic. And like, great.
Oh, look at this GIF fire that's playing in the background there.
So good.
It's like Hypnospace Outlaw fire.
It's so good.
I think that fire is from Doom 64.
Yeah,
Nice.
probably is. Like, that's just what animated fire looked like back then.
Yeah. Which honestly, I love it. It's just, you know, obviously partially from nostalgia, but it's just fun. So just, what if there's just a fire.gif in the background? The answer is it's good, actually. And other arrow, is the PSX Doom GIF fire? Is that the the PlayStation Doom GIF fire background? Interesting. I didn't
Huh.
expect to see that here. Huh?
It could be from that too. I think PSX used or 64 used a lot of the assets from PSX. Do
Yeah, that would make sense. Also, I forgot to say so during it, but I do appreciate there's a bit of the song where it gets like really upbeat, right? Like it almost sounds like something from like a really more upbeat like RPG sort of game, and like that's really fun.
oh, it's schools. Not those schools. These schools.
Watch out, James. There's ghouls on this level. From the forest. He's here just screaming.
Ah, jump scare! Ah, actual gore used in the original version of Ghouls Forest 3.
Yeah, they actually did have like dead babies and stuff in like photos of actual murders and things. It's like
What?
in the so years ago there was a Doom mod called Ghouls Forest. And basically you were being chased through a forest by like a creepy looking like face thing, fight it. And in the third one of them there was like there were multiple ghouls you had to kill, and the final one had a jump scare attack where it like jumped at you and killed you, and it show you like a bunch of shock images including actual gore and actual dead babies.
Jesus
Which-
Christ!
Understandably got changed in like later versions of it.
Thank goodness.
It
But like,
should just be like scary images of monsters from like horror movies and stuff.
okay.
Which was the right call.
Oh, absolutely.
Like don't
Christ.
put actual real like gore or people in your games, please.
Yeah. And other arrow, Gold Force fascinates me in how it kind of predicted the whole Slenderman find my pages in the woods game trend. And yeah, other arrow,
Yeah,
same. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's just what it was like back then. Yeah, I'm just looking at the history of Doom horror mods, which does actually draw a line between like the era of Ghouls Forest and the Slenderman ripoffs, and then the Granny ripoffs.
Goodness.
And Granny is a game series that, like, I don't expect a lot of people in this chat to really know or care about the Granny games, but when you look at modern horror games, it's like, oh yeah, I can see how this is influential.
Huh.
Like, it's a natural, like, missing step between, like, Slenderman Find My Pages and modern indie horror games. Yeah, again, gonna drop that link there. These are both great videos to watch for this.
Huh, neat. Oh, and type in chat. I think when my boyfriend said payback, I think he's referring to the Bravely Default clock incident. I will only elaborate if everyone here have either played or just don't have the intent to play it. That sounds bizarre.
I don't intend to play it, so...
My other arrow. Oh, I saw that video. The highlight for me in terms of my own interest was Lilith, which is some hardcore glitch
Yeah,
bullshit.
Lilith not PK3 mentioned.
Nice. I still need to go through Bravely Default,
I
but
love
just saying.
that mod. Like, that is incredibly good. Like, it's such a cool aesthetic, and it's wild that it almost killed the entire Doom modding community.
What?
Oh, so this is a whole thing in itself. I know I brought up for Lilith.pk3, very like glitchy, weird looking mods that only worked on one particular version of Doom because it was using like engine bugs in order to do some of its tricks, right?
Yeah.
But the guy who developed GZ Doom, like the more modern version of Z Doom, got really angry that people were giving so much attention to a game that his port categorically could not play. And threw a hissy fit and threatened to pull it down off the internet and essentially like decapitate Doom modding at the source. Like just have no updates to it ever. And people made fun of him for this a lot, pretty justifiably, because it was such a stupid thing. Like it was a stupid hill to die on, basically. But like Lilith was like given a CAC award, which made this guy basically drop off the face of the internet for months. Yeah. So it's a really interesting bit of Doom history there. Anyway, Lilith.pk3, fantastic, like, mods if you can, you know, if you're not, what I'm saying, like, if you're not epileptic, it's 100% a must play. If you are, I'm sorry, you really should not be playing that. Yeah.
Yeah? Gosh.
And it's basically predecessor to mods like myhouse.wad. It's really interesting to have played both those and, you know, go, oh yeah, I see how this led to this style of mapping. Like the non-Euclidean spaces and the weird glitched out textures and stuff.
Yeah. That's tight though.
It's just that that's a super interesting era of Doom modding. As well as one of the most unique, like, there's still no mod does it quite the same way as Lilith. I keep seeing James go to end game.
Oh no, I don't
You're
intend
like,
to
oh
do
no.
that. In fact,
Are we
actually-
okay? We're safe. Giving us spoilers for Bravely Default, I assume?
No, I rather not. I still need to
Alright
actually
then.
beat that game at some point.
'Cause I don't care. And I'm just like, you know what? Sure, but if Kitty's gonna play it, then yeah. Put it in spoiler tags on Discord if you want, if you like. We just can't really do that here.
Yeah, I can't really do on the old YouTubes.
Southeast one. Southeast. What's it say this?
Since nobody in text chat has complained about my voice sounding horrible today, I'm assuming my mic's working fine. Sorry, this is just stressing me out.
Yeah. Completely understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole video about like the history of Doom horror, where like they were talking about the different eras of it, and yeah, back in the time of Ghouls Forest, you would just see a lot of like horror mods or just shock images and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's not too surprising given the internet back in the day.
The internet, yeah, that's like late 90s, early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like another infamous like horror game, quote unquote, slash lost media slash probable hoax. Sad Satan, a game that like there are some gameplay videos of that may in fact just been like entirely faked 'cause from a channel who then never posted anything else again afterwards.
Huh.
Like they'd been reviewing, well, showing off footage from obscure games definitely did exist, and the very last one, Sad Satan, which people can't prove ever existed,
Huh.
and that a lot of people made their own versions of, which were just, oh, and then it has jump scares of shock images, of course it is.
Of course.
Like actual real, like, mutilations and
Christ.
violence and stuff. And worse. And so basically the accepted wisdom at this point is any version of Sad Satan you find is either a virus or something that's literally illegal to own.
Goodness.
Which is a shame for a video that, like, video that someone made that, like, captured people's imagination so well.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find. So let's go internet this game. Yeah. It also has, like, God, one version of it, it's like, oh, it has all of these, like, serial killers and, like, predators and, like, people like that pop up as the jump scares. And one of them is, like, a BBC presenter who did some horrible things I'm not going to get into. Except the image they chose for it was him posing with Margaret Thatcher. So people joked, oh yeah, it has Margaret Thatcher pop up.
Oh my
Margaret
god.
Thatcher jump scare.
Yeah? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Like, the original Sad Satan video, like, definitely worth a watch so you can see, like, this is where it came from. Like, this is a very striking game because it's like what they did. Like, they didn't ever prove it was a full game. They showed off specific bits of it to frame it as if it was much bigger than it was, which is how you do that kind of, like, if you're making a Petscop, you don't need to code the entire game. You just need to set up the kind of, like, the scenes that you need for your narrative. Petscop is another fascinating. Uh-oh.
Hmm?
Huh?
Sorry, Kitty Cat Herder has linked Sad Satan. And it's like, no, it's not a WAD.
Yeah, I know. I just put
It's a game.
the question the question mark in there.
Yeah.
Game? Oh, the game. My bad. Brain.
Yeah. Well, it's a purportedly existing game.
Yeah?
Nobody has ever been able to prove ever actually did exist. Because by
Yeah.
its nature, yeah, people just made their own imitations of it.
Yeah?
It's just one of these, like, urban legends that is, like, it's just brought up a lot in reference to other horror games of this type. Or, so supposedly the type. Again, no proof it actually exists.
Yeah.
Some infighting going on over there. Yeah. Someone just got torn apart by a Hell Knight. I don't know. This headset isn't even, like, markedly more comfortable.
Aw.
And I'm like, well, the only thing beginning from this is audio quality. People don't seem to be able to notice that. I'll stick with it for a few days and see if anyone comments.
Yeah.
Also, I apologize for knowing entirely too much about weird urban legends regarding video games.
Never apologize for that. It's to I think the kids would say it's a charm point.
Yeah.
A what?
Charm point.
Oh, charm point.
Yeah?
Oh, that's what I was supposed to. Oh,
Yeah, that's opened up a staircase to that area.
yeah. Heal can.
Stepping into the red room to get the fuel can.
Yep. Stepping into the red room.
Red room. Red room.
Done. Ah. Good. Oh god, that's a lot. Oh god, no, no.
Look out, here come the ghouls.
Oh god. I never played the game, but I'm just now thinking about Doom, but it has the FOEs somehow.
E. F O
Oh,
E.
E.
F O E. F O E.
Oh, E.
I assume you've seen that video where I'm going
Oh, yes.
completely insane.
I've seen that video. I love that video.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yeah. I never actually played much of Etrian Odyssey.
I played like
should.
a tiny bit of it.
Yeah,
Oh, and
reusing
yet?
beta assets to make new enemies is a time-honored tradition, both in fan circles and
Whoa!
in, like, you know, developers making DLC or sequels or anything.
Yeah. Oh, god
It's like,
damn it.
if you've already got some amount of work done on something, it's easy to go, oh, well, we can just take this floating skull and give it some, you know, basic AI, make it a new enemy.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Ah, there's a Mancubus somewhere. Oh. Okay. No, I never actually finished it because I'm not gonna get into how my brother got weird about games that he owned. It's like, no, you're not allowed to play it until I've finished it, and then not actually finishing them. Which, you know, sucks, because it means there are games I can say, oh yeah, we had that when I was young, and then I've just not played them.
Yeah.
Train Odyssey wasn't exactly when I was young, though. GP. Yes. You can spoil us on Etrian Odyssey, I don't care.
There it is.
Huh. Sorry, I got distracted mid looking at Blue Sky for like, although I'll quickly look, you know, just scroll through Blue Sky for a second. But apparently Art Spiegelman, amongst, you know, for one, having a movie, kind of like a bio documentary talking about, you know, while making his, you know, very famous comic graphic novel, Mouse, right? Plans to have a project about Gaza, which is, you know, like, yeah, no, that makes sense from the guy who made Mouse,
Yeah.
but like, still very surprised though. And just to read from YouTube chat, let's see, other arrow talking about, yeah, I love dungeon crawlers, so I was the one tried it out. Save talking about the fist stream, whatever. And then other arrow. The twist is pretty infamous, to the point where certain other Atlas games have just reused it wholesale. Which, yeah, I can easily imagine that. Like I know it's like the kind of whole thing of like the brain. Sorry, I should go grab a soda or something in a second. But sorry, I'm getting distracted by fighting demons. The SMT games of like, oh, you know, oh, you'll have one friend who will be chaos and one who will be order or whatever. I know it's kind of like the whole deal, but it is kind of like, yeah, the idea of, you know, the same company just using a really, you know, a really good plot twist and just kind of reusing it wholesale makes perfect sense to me. Excuse me, I'm getting a call.
Oh my god, I was wrong. It was her all along. Ah, that's not quite the rhythm of Stop the Planet of the Apes I Want to Get Off, I think it was called.
It was Earth all along.
Year is this? Still 2024.
It was Earth all along. Fuck. I was about to say that's from a Sprite comic. No, it's not.
2024. Things have changed. Body slams, the rage of the Cybercat. I don't actually know what year this is set in. Oh, the game year. God, when did this come out? This was a more recent official Doom WOD?
Like this
Doom
year, I
episode?
think.
Yeah, I think this is actually a 2024 game. Like, this is officially, like, This is a real official Doom WOD, like... It's Doom set. I'm sure that's actually answered somewhere, but I've completely forgotten because it doesn't matter.
When's Doom set? The future! The actual future may vary.
Man, I'm looking at the timelines page on the Doom fandom wiki, and I'm like, I don't care about any of this. Yeah, it's probably set in the 2140s. Who cares? Yeah, there's quite a lot of RPGs to the twist of, oh yeah, this was Earth the whole time. To the point we've streamed some 90s RPGs like that. Oh, what was that one? I'm blanking on what the game was actually called. You know, that SNES RPG we streamed a while back. The one where the pig jumped into fire
right.
for no discernible
Illusion of
reason.
Gaia.
Illusion of Gaia! Also known as Illusion of Time, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that, it turns out, yeah, they were on Earth the whole time.
But it's like all fucked up because of a meteor comet, like
Yeah.
shining its lights.
The ending is they just appear on modern day Earth, that's it.
Yeah.
Store the timeline, just back on Earth again. James, when the rocket is following you, maybe dodge around seat cover? I know it's harder to actually react to that in the moment. There we go.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Alright.
Of course. Let her homie. Ran right into it.
Yeah, honestly, I've no idea who the first RPG who did it would be. There's a fair few ones in the 80s. It's a common enough, like, stock plot twist that I'm like, yeah, this just happens.
I mean, it happened in Bug Fables.
Turns out they were in Bulgaria all along.
Do you think Leaf would be into theater? Wait, we did that whole side quest. I think. Forget it. Oh. Yeah. Feeling better.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is a weird case of that, but I can see where you're coming from.
Oh, right. There's like. There was that weird Russian translation that added like a prologue that's like sci-fi-ish.
I mean, there's a Russian version of a Harry Potter book, which is first chapter is Harry and Dumbledore talking in Dumbledore's office, and Dumbledore says, "This reminds me of the time when I went on an adventure with several dwarves and a halfling, or hobbit, or whatever they would call it. Yes, I was called Gandalf back then.
Huh.
But in fairness, that was deliberately someone selling a book which was the entire Hobbit, like, wrapped around a quotation in this, like, Harry Potter book cover as a knockoff, like, next book in the series. It's happened more than you might think. Yeah, there's plenty of... I don't even know what TV Tropes calls this. It's such a common thing to happen. It was Earth all along, it's just... yeah. You're going to just say Drakengard.
Drakengard?
As weird as Drakengard is, not unique.
Oh, I forgot to mute my mic. Whoops.
We
Hi.
didn't hear
We
anything.
didn't hear anything, no.
Drakengard doesn't actually take place on Earth. But, well, let's just say the lore does involve Earth. It is weird and complicated.
Yeah.
But Nier
Yeah.
does take place on Earth.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that version of Dracula, which isn't like... yeah, the one that diverges in a bunch of ways, to the point people still debate to this day whether the translator was just making parts of it up to like make it more appealing to readers, or if it was an earlier draft. Yeah, honestly, like Etrian Odyssey just all being post-apocalyptic, sure, that's fine. So there's a thing in the Fossil Fighters games, I think. Yeah, it's Fossil Fighters, where there's a plot twist at the end of the first game that is then just like, in all subsequent games, you're just like, yeah, you know this, who cares? Like, it's to the point that it's actually hard to talk about the series as a whole without bringing it up. Of course, the twist being actually, in addition to dinosaurs surviving and being like revivable via fossils, there's also like half dinosaur people that live under the earth. They're just there.
They're just there?
It's a bunch of them as characters in the later games too, but they're like the focus of the first game. Like, after a midway plot twist, and then it's just like, yeah, casually, like, this just gets dropped in the middle of a conversation in one that I was playing, and I was like, wait, this seems a pretty big thing to bring up now? It turns out, no, they just assume you've played the first game. Like,
Gosh.
yeah.
Pretty big sexy
Just
thing.
unlimited banshees in there. Probably not. Etrian Odyssey is a Nintendo DS dungeon crawler. Very anime style to it, I guess. There's a fair few dungeon crawlers with that style.
Well, it's based on wizardry.
No, I mean the specific, like, trappings of the art.
Ah.
There's a lot of what you could call anime dungeon crawlers. Bizarrely high amount of them that turn out to also be hentai games, but like, don't worry about that. So, a lot of
Fascinating.
those on Steam. I don't know why.
Huh?
Guess it's some weird overlap there.
Yeah. Which, God, this isn't the place to talk about it. But now it is very interesting to think about, like, erotic games based on genres where it's like you have to pay a whole lot of attention to, like, the gameplay to not just suck and die immediately. And it's like, this feels at ends with the whole wanting to be pornographic thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I have to manage my character sheet here. What do you mean? You want me to also check off? God. Also, I wanted to say earlier that I think there's actually more wizardry games in Japan than there are, like, or I mean, maybe even like Japan exclusives than they are otherwise. Because I know that series got really big in Japan.
Yep.
Huh.
Contrast.
Do love the sprite work of those enemies. Oh, and safe to said in the YouTube chat, EO3 takes advantage of the fact that it takes place in Sulawesi by having a minigame about reestablishing contact with the rest of Southeast Asia, which is, you know, that sounds pretty neat. In Other Arrow, some of these games get around it by having the H contact be failure condition.
Yes, the bad end approach.
Yeah, which is also a kind of a weird thing. Of just like you have to suck at like you can't. Sorry, if you're too good at the game, you don't see what you came here for.
You're so good at the game, you don't even realize it's porn.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's such a weird balance you have to take.
Yeah.
For stuff like that. But it still does make me laugh whenever it's like, hey, here's this weird, like, here's my, like, porn game idea. Also, you have to grind for, like, your different, like, skills to level
You'll
them up.
be grinding alright. For levels. Yeah,
Goodness,
it's
yeah.
such a weird overlap.
God, I'm just reminded. I just suddenly remembered a couple of third-party D&D books.
That's these guys stomping around. Anyway, go ahead, James.
Yeah, Book of Erotic Fantasy. That's actually one of the better ones because I've seen other books and
Yeah, it's more tasteful than you'd think, at least.
yeah.
There's at least like stuff that's, oh yeah, this could genuinely be something you should come across in the campaign.
And they take the idea like somewhat seriously.
Nice.
Oh my god, the actual game with permadeath is like a circle of hell.
Oh!
Oh, I
That's
thought.
so fun.
Oh, I thought. Thought you
Wizardry
said
gotcha.
jack off game with permadeath.
No, god. What? Why would I say that?
I used to play Doom while over the landline phone with
might
my
know.
friend. Never as good as this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you can put that in Isekai naming cat, probably is But like, that's not a thing I've said.
Yeah?
So one of my friends is, I won't like name drop him here because it's gonna get to a point where it'll become obvious why I'm not name dropping him. But basically, they went, "Oh, I'm writing this video game story, and it's gonna have like you can get game overs that have a bunch of extra content, and some of it might be hot and sexy and stuff." And like, you've independently recreated the concept of bad ends. Like, you don't know about this, but like, I could probably point you in the direction of literally hundreds of games that do this. But yeah, it's like a visual novel or something, and there would be endings that would tell you a lot about characters and maybe have, scenes like that, but also they would be game overs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
God.
It's extremely funny. Someone has not heard of it.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I guess it's bound to happen, but it's just funny every time.
Like, the thing is, I can't even make fun of this person for not knowing, because why would you know? It's just like, I've been on the internet long enough that, yeah, I've heard everything.
Oh, I guess it didn't stay open. Oh, no, it should stay open then. Oh, wait, that opened. Yeah, and then I gotta press this switch. Focus. No, I guess not.
Huh. Oh, other arrow. More games should have the visual novel thing of if you get a bad ending, you get to see a comedy segment where the characters tell you off for being stupid. Yeah, I know. Great. Brain. The game with Neko Arc. Great. How am I blanking on the name of it? But like, yeah, yeah, that one. It's like if you get a bad ending, like Neko Arc, and the Neko Arcs are like, "Hey, idiot! Like, congrats on dying. Maybe you should, play the game better." And like, I think they maybe like kind of like backhandedly also give you some hints on how to progress. But like, that is a really silly thing. I do love it. Blaze Blue does that? Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Blaze Blue was sort of meant to be an RPG at first. Then became a fighting game, but with some visual novel elements.
Neat. Oh, and other arrow, tell Sensei and Neko Arc tell you off and teach you why you fucked up. Yeah, that's pretty great, actually.
So, Kitty, I know you told off by Neko Arc. Weird how like fan art of that character has gradually just turned back into like a completely different character, basically.
Yeah.
To be fair, that kind of happened anyway as the series went on.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we'll make a chibi of this character," and then they just gradually unchibied her.
Let's see. Other arrow. I know in either. Tsukihime or Hime. Hime. My bad. Or Fate's Say Night. There's a bad end that is basically a failsafe if you somehow fail to hit the flags or anything else. Huh.
Yeah, you just get killed.
Yeah, that happens a lot in those visual novels.
I want to say the Fate Stay Night one is you eventually just get like killed in one hit by Berserker. That's it. You don't get
God.
any ending. And everyone goes, yeah, you kind of had this coming, like, actually commit to one of the routes or die.
Yeah. And Other Arrow and the Abandoned Theater tells you off since you clearly very deliberately tried to get this ending. Yeah, sounds like it to just not get any. Huh? I didn't know like some of those games like let you do that. I'm just what if you just aren't keyed to any ending? The one guy who tried to play the ending for the guy who tried to play Disco Elysium being a pure centrist at all and every time. Like, wow, how did you do this? Like, congrats, buddy. You fucked up. You had to commit to something. Anything at all. God, I still think about that. Of that guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of laughing at the people who are like, oh, I tried to be centrist and the game didn't let me. And it's like, yeah. It turns out you can't just be completely apolitical.
I also
Yeah, I'm imagining like, go ahead.
there's also like a fake bad ending in Fate Stay Night. One of the there's like it starts to play out as a bad ending, but then it turns into this weird comedy sketch, and then the main character like wakes up and it's sort of treated like a dream.
That's fun.
Oh, you fucked up. I guess we'll turn you into a robot now. That's basically what happens in the bad ending, and then the robot just shoots the characters who appear.
Amazing. But yeah, Mary, what were you gonna say?
Nah, I'm just doing a silly edit now.
Okay. God. God, that's so funny. But, no. Oh wait, save. True Horror, US American plays Disco Elysium. God. Other Bad End Theater for Doom, where John Moreau personally scolds you for dying in the stage and slash over to this enemy. That'd be so funny.
There's like
God.
sassy messages when you die, but yeah, player got eaten by Pinky or something like that.
Yeah. But just having straight up, like, a little FMV of John Romero being like, man, I can't believe he died to, like, a shotgun zombie.
Oh,
Whack.
so funny thing actually. I forget which system this was, but there was a version of Doom on like one of those consoles that didn't last too long in the 90s.
Yeah?
And it's like pretty bad, and had like interesting music. Because the guy who was the head of the project didn't know anything about programming, but did know music.
Huh. Not related to John Romero scolding you for dying to a shotgun zombie, but that is neat though.
Getting to that, apparently, the original plan was to add FMV sequences to this.
Oh,
And-
Oh my
Doom
God.
FMVs. Yeah, I can tell you this one.
And there were
It's
pictures
just
of
3DO.
yeah, 3DO. There were pictures taken and like stuff filmed and like costumes made, but yeah, nothing. I don't think any footage survived.
Oh my god! I remember seeing a documentary about 3DO Doom, mostly about how great. I'm forgetting her real name, but I remember she had the nickname of Burger Patty.
Burger Becky, Rebecca
Burger
Heidemann.
Becky. Yeah, Burger Becky. You know, she's a trans woman who would
video about this.
nice, but yeah, she would have like burgers in her desk. Like, she loved burger, which fair. I also love burger. But yeah, basically, she was given like such a rough job for this of just like,
Yeah,
Hey.
basically code Doom in its entirety in 10 weeks or get fired.
I was like, well, I like a paycheck, and you know, somehow did it. I mean, it was for the 3DO.
She worked miracles with that.
Yeah, like
It's a
she
wonder
really
it
did work
runs at all.
miracles. Yeah. Like the straight, yeah, like James was saying, like the head of the whole project literally had no idea about programming and just was basically no help to her,
Yeah.
like the whole time. So like all
Yeah.
the programming was her just performing miracles and crunching, so much crunch
So
to
much
get it
crunch.
working.
Damn near killed her to get it out.
Damn, I forgot about that. But yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've linked a Stop Skeletons from Fighting video about it, which is like half an hour long and does actually dive down into the exact situation that led to this. And also shows off like what little footage there is of the live action FMV cutscenes that they were going to make for Doom. Like, all that's left of it are just stills. Like, I don't think there's any actual footage. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Like Other Arrow says in the YouTube chat. Also, this whole time, the guy was lying his whole ass off about all the new features and weapons in the game. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like a bid to, you know, port Doom to the 3DO. And he's like, oh yeah, we'll do all this and that, and
Yeah, he kept hyping it.
yeah,
He really shouldn't have.
he really shouldn't have. Also, he must have used so much budget on the costumes and the actors or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, as far as we know, there's just not any video.
Yeah.
That said, FMV Doom. I'm now just rotating it in my mind. Adventure game, like, you know, that would have been like the right time for like adventure games, right? Like FMV adventure games, more or less. So just imagining what that would have looked like is really funny to me.
Yeah. Oh, FMV adventure games. Those are always a highlight of the Obscuratory streams when I catch those. Because they're such a relic of a specific era of computing. And the acting is always super awkward because people just didn't know how to do it. Like, for this medium.
Oh yeah. Like, you do get some pretty good takes. God, trying to remember. Like, or, you know, fairly good, right? Like, I forget it was like a Toon game where it's like, oh, the artist for, you know, a cartoon artist gets trapped in the cartoon world.
Oh my god, are you Are you saying Toonstruck is a good game?
No, I'm saying it has some pretty decent acting for like a guy, you know, acting with a whole bunch of cartoons.
Yeah,
right?
honestly, like of all the parts of that game that weren't good, like no, like the actual human acting in it, yeah, that was okay compared to a lot of the weird choices that went on there.
Oh yeah, there's so many weird
Yeah.
choices in that game. It's very much a product of its time.
I've only
God.
actually ever seen the BB Gun Show stream this, and since they don't tend to upload videos unless people ask specifically for them, that means this is effectively lost media. But man, that game goes places, and some of those places are weird. Not in
Yeah.
a fun way.
No, I should probably ask for it at some point because it'd be fun to just
Yeah.
rewatch that at some point.
It's
Because
true.
God, it's so
Oh,
funny.
There was the bunny girl who wanted to become a god.
Yeah,
Love it.
you know, fair enough.
Oh yeah, and the hypnotist cat
Yeah.
that you had to escape from prison to like, and if you get caught, she just re-hypnotizes you. I bet that did something to some people back in the day.
Let's get a poster here.
Oh, and Other Arrow. The music in this thing is kind of faint on stream, but I kind of like it. It feels less like Doom and more Castlevania, but it kind of owns. Yeah, no, totally. That's my same feeling. Like it's more subdued than you'd expect for a Doom game, like most of the time. Right? But it kind of rules. It works surprisingly. Like this is a lot more like I can imagine this song in like a PS1 Castlevania game or something. Like Symphony of Night could have a track like this, and like I believe it.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. There's your cat.
Nice, love her.
Meow.
Meow.
Aha. One of the, like, scrolling down just barely, and I'm coming across Fur Affinity art for feet on display. Yeah.
God.
Shouldn't be surprised by that.
Yeah, and hi Pete Mills, but yeah, the music is great. Love it.
Yeah.
Glad we all agree.
Love Don't. Let's see, 5 out of 6. Alright, the one secret I haven't completed. Mainly because of the whole thing.
Yeah. You know, for some reason my brain was like, what if there was a Doom and Castlevania crossover? Then again, you know, I feel like that ship has probably sailed a long time ago, but like, I guess how would that even look like? Could you do, well,
There's
could
a
you do a
wad.
first person, huh?
There's a wad.
There's a wad, neat.
Doom Castle. Yeah.
Other arrow?
The IO game.
Nice.
Right.
And, oh yeah, and in chat, other arrow, here's my idea for enemy for Doom mode. the Duke of Hell, which is the Baron of Hell, but he's green, has double HP, instead of how the Hell Knight has half. I'm a genius.
Eventually we'll hit the King of Hell, but like for then we got to get like Viscounts of Hell.
What about the Presidents of Hell?
Oh, that's just Thatcher.
Ah, you're right.
Yes, I know she'd be the Prime Minister. Now should be Reagan.
Oh.
Yeah?
wow.
Oh, I love this, like, I guess I would say tile set, whatever. I love how sci-fi it is. Like, it's been so long since we've been on, like,
We're in a tech base.
the tech base, yeah.
Uh-oh. Got trippers.
Yeah. It's the opposite of Doom 3, where you're on a tech base at all times, except for, like, at the very end. And also the one hell level.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have you ever played Thatcher's tech base? If not, you probably should.
Yeah, we should. Save the Prime Minister Hell, other arrows, just an entire game of increasing HP sponge, Baron of Hell variants. And then, oh, this place owns. Yeah, it does own. The music rules.
This is
Also-
also a cool looking map.
Yeah,
I wonder
but
if
yeah,
they're- I was going to say, I wonder if they're referencing a specific map. Because there's... Because all the slime? Yeah. It's making me think of a certain popular map from a... fuck it. I forget what the WAD is called, but... I think it's Community Chess or something, but yeah, it was a pretty hard map, but pretty memorable. Called the
it's been a
Mucus
few
Flow.
years. Yeah.
Oh, neat.
All this armor. You get 200% armor.
Oh, yeah? Oh, and, keep it with, I was about to say Twitch chat. YouTube chat. Nude. Slaughterlight time. Yeah. Kelly Mills, first person, Castle... yeah. And then, oh yeah, I checked out that like itch.io link, and like that game does look cool actually. And so far we've had Doom 2 Episode 4 Ultimate Doom aesthetic, but now some brand new sexy tech-based tile set. Yeah, Financial Advisor of Hell. God, that's great. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the music in this, like, I'm getting. This isn't like 100% spot on, but I could imagine this in a Mega Man X game. Or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
or maybe even like a JRPG. Like, I said JRPGs before, but like, it's still not wrong, right? Like, especially with this like little like synth harp going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
It's-
that.
Like, God, I love the music for this. It's not always what you'd expect from a Doom game, but like it's good. It does great stuff with it.
Yeah. Caution.
The drum line. Oh shit.
Ah. You really weren't lying about the caution.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
just imagining like a silly Doom mod where one of the levels at one point has like a bunch of like, you know, monster closets opening up one at a time, and you're seeing like, here's a Baron of Hell who dies in one shot, here's one who takes 2 shots. It's just like a whole rainbow of them coming out. And it's like, yeah,
Oh, I love that.
you got like the everything in between the Knight and the Baron of Hell, and then some ridiculous, like, one-of-a-kind guy with absurd hit points.
God.
And that would just be like the gimmick for one map. It's all Barons of Hell, except they're not all Barons.
Yeah?
Baron of Hell pride flag. Reblog the Baron of Hell pride flag if you are a Baron of Hell. Or if you support Barons of Hell.
God? The other
Yeah,
arrow?
Squire of Hell.
Squire of Hell, the one that dies in one hit, yeah?
And, like, don't get me wrong, he'd hit exactly as hard as a real Baron of Hell, they just have one hit point.
Yeah?
And the whole, like... the whole gimmick of the level is just... what if there were other, like, ranks to this? And it's only going to be funny once. So you do one level of this, never again. Oh no,
Safe
it's
with-
Bourgeois of Hell.
The Proletarian of Hell. Would that be the imps?
Yeah, see, you're getting away from the joke, which is just
True.
3 colors of Barons of Hell that all
You're
have,
right.
like, seemingly arbitrary hit points.
Yeah? God. And, oh yeah, exactly, like the Hell Knights that handle the Barons aside from the color having half the HP. And no, you do one level of this, never again, until the very end when you bring all of them back!
The very final level, after not mentioning this for like 10, 15 levels, is Icon of Sin, but it's a Baron head.
Yeah? You make them think it's a one-off joke, then bam, the brick joke lands. And, Dave, the CEO of Hell,
CEO
Yeah.
of Hell goes down in one shotgun blast.
yeah? It's,
Huh?
it's just,
Baron?
it's a Baron of Hell in a suit.
Yeah.
They just edit a suit onto its sprite. That's it. I'm a genius. The fucking Yelp from the Shock Troopers.
Also, the joke earlier when when they said the whole Knight of Hell or what? Fuck. But yeah, an enemy that was just a recolor with more HP. I'm reminded of like recent video Civi11 did on these well, official, both some fan levels as well as official levels done for Duke Nukem 3D, done by this company called Simply Silly Software. Basically, they did some official, quote-unquote, episode. Well, they were sold for money with 3D Realms approval, and they were like episodes of Duke Nukem 3D that weren't very good.
No.
And they added an enemy that's basically the normal Shock Trooper enemy, but recolored and has more HP, and that's pretty much it.
God.
But yeah. Considering I played one of their other published works, yeah, that doesn't surprise me that they would do that. They made a Nuclear Winter for Duke Nukem 3D, which sucked, and is part of the Megaton pack.
Did we go through that one?
No, I didn't.
Ah, that's fair.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Not super terrible, just below mediocre kind. Or and they did make a bunch of enemies for it, and they're not very tough.
No.
But they are just poorly done. Like, enemies that are, like, slightly below you're looking. So you have to, like, aim downwards slightly.
God, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Also, the Freedom YouTube chat, Mary the Rat replying CEO of United Healthcare. Safe, killed by Luigi of Hell. Well, no. You would go for hell for that. Anyway, Other Arrow reminds me how. Oh yeah, this normal. Yeah. God, I've forgot about that bit of Other Arrow saying that the smaller version of normal enemies that can kill themselves with their own projectiles. So silly. God. Okay, I know I said RPGs soon earlier when I said thing about this music, but now I'm just imagining what would turn-based RPG look like for Doom, and like, you're missing out on not having like other characters potentially, but like this is like just giving me that vibe of like a Doom guy charging up his limit break or something.
So, Doom RPG was an actual thing. It was like on pre-iPhone phones.
Oh yeah, I've guested on streams about the Doom RPGs. Bad Space King.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That's a different animation.
Nice. Oh, and Other says, yeah, I mean, a turn-based RPG Doom exists. There are two of them even. I know there's a, what's it called? Like, a roguelike Doom game that's, like, does some really interesting things to, because it's still turn-based, but, like, your movement also takes up, like, actions and, like, and, has special considerations for that, so you can still actually strafe around enemies, like, while, like, fighting, which is really neat. Another Arrow, I love Doom RPG 1 because they apply the RPG tradition of recolor the enemy in fun ways to Doom. It's cool. Oh, that's nice. Sorry, but now I'm just thinking of the idea of, Dragon. Great. I was about to say Dragon Warrior, which I mean that was what it was originally called in the West. Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest, but Doom. You somehow rescue a princess, and she's like, "Thank you for rescuing me. You have to carry me back to my kingdom." Like, no, but thou must. That'd be silly.
God, I suddenly remembered there was like apparently a parody of Dragon Warrior called Warrior Dragon.
Huh.
And you do play as a dragon.
Nice.
I'm not entirely sure what you're doing there, what you do in the game though. I only heard about it in a site called RPG Classics. It's an old ass site. It basically doesn't quite work the same as it used to, and hasn't been updated since 2014. But Yeah, that game got mentioned there. Anyway,
Nice.
sec. How?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I see that in the voice chat Discord, Mary posted well several things, but one of which is a video
Yeah.
of yes, Stoffel, Stoffel, like a little Stoffel plushie weapon. It's so silly and it squeaks so much. Love it.
Yeah, I've just been going for my Doom tag on Tumblr.
Nice.
I've reblogged a lot of Doom posts over the years.
Understandable.
Since it's just been Christmas, I've been having Bubble and Squeak. Like over the last few days.
Nice.
You can really make anything as long as you have some kind of green, some kind of pork, and some kind of potato.
Nice.
I wonder if that's like an inescapable pit. Yep.
Yep.
What about this side? Yeah, that seems like it.
Many
Yeah, I was
Doom
hoping there's
guys
something in there.
died to bring us this information.
Yeah. Doom guy with Shadow Clone Jujutsu. Just a whole bunch of them running off in the pits to see if there's secrets there.
Hmm. Clearly.
I mean, you know what's gonna happen after this, right?
What is with the ammo? Okay, that was weird. The ammo was saying one. It's still saying 160. What? It's the same.
How I
ammo.
didn't know.
Uh,
Oh, really? That's weird. I'm Dave. I'm currently watching this today jog on National Jogging Day. Nice. Don't trip if you're watching this. While jogging though.
fun jogging. Remember
guy-
that Tumblr post? Like, I've made my own custom music to
What?
motivate me when jogging. It's made out of sounds of evil clowns laughing, of scissors snapping, and scary voice going, "I'm going to cut you."
Oh,
I have lost 300 pounds in the last week.
Also, something weird just happened. Okay, I used up all the ammo in the gun, but then it switched back to the same gun.
Yeah, it had extra fuel. Somehow you had extra fuel for the flamethrower.
Yeah, it's a callback to our previous stream.
Which stream?
Fuel can. It's just got more fuel in it. Should have.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Whoa.
Love the Mincubi just rotating. If you had a second gun, Doom guy pulling out the backup flamethrower, and only the backup flamethrower.
God.
Can we find Fate Stay Night related Doom mods? Because I can assure you those probably exist.
Oh yeah. There, I will have you know I never expected to tag Doom and find anything Fate Relay on Tumblr. Reblog
Yeah,
before,
it's
but I
the
love it.
Unstoppable plushie. So, the thing about that is, it can actually go through teleporters,
Oh my god.
and it will just keep going for a certain amount of time, and it will kill anyone it meets. And then call them gay.
Oh, there's an archvile. I don't think he sees me though.
He still got you, though.
It says in the room where... Oh, the wide room south of the blue key. Okay.
I mean, do you know how many Doom mods there are out there? Like, people put everything in this game.
Oh yeah.
This game has a, what, 30-year-long modding history?
Oh yeah.
Holy
Still going
shit!
strong. There are mods that came out this year that are doing cool new things nobody thought to do.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, this year's CAC Awards were interesting. Some really neat mods came out this year. Which, of course, they have Legacy of Rust special features, because it's not technically a mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely, like, these are among the Doom mods I re-downloaded after my previous hard drive just stopped working. So, I have actually played quite a few of these.
Nice.
Scrolling through them and going, yeah.
God, there's so many enemies here.
Rocket time! Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah. Of course, CAC Awards 2023 had the likes of My House not allowed in it, so like that's a tough act to follow.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't hurting never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry. Again, my mind is still thinking about some sort of like fun JRPG boss fight. I'm just thinking of what if, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, how would I do that? And what if it, pulled something like the Legend of Zelda Four Swords type of deal, where there's just four Doom guys, and then like what would be funny for this? And what if they had like the fucking sphere grid, like Final Fantasy X, like to have different classes for your different Doom guys?
Yeah, there's quite a few mods that like have RPG mechanics that let you level up a class or like customize your guns, you know?
Oh, neat.
It's not impossible to just have Doom with the spear grid.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Blitzball Doom, let's go.
Oh
Let's
God.
go.
Blue Mage who can copy the enemies.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah, okay, that was weird. It had 0 ammo.
Huh.
Wait,
Oh.
there's 2.
Oh my
Two of
god.
them. You've got two
You do
copies
have-
of the same gun, and this is like an official Doom
Release.
game. Like,
Yeah.
John
Huh.
Romero, this was an unforced error. I know John Romero was not involved in this at all. That's not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
John-
like blaming Todd Howard on stuff.
Oh,
Or
Howard.
stuff. Todd Coward.
Really? You're gonna try and take him down to super shotgun and no cover?
I mean, to be fair, there's a bajillion things in the other side of what would be cover.
Yeah,
So-
but like, no, I'm
Nope,
saying
nope.
like
Oh,
super
sorry.
shotgun is a bold choice there when you could have rounded the corner with a rocket launcher or flamethrower or anything.
Yeah. Oh, and so you saw sick ass Spike. Nice.
Holy shit, the enemy count.
Oh yeah, and Newt, they just don't want you hiding in there. I mean, how can you? There's so many things chasing after you. You can't hide in the little cubby hole with the
Back for the ghouls. You're gonna get jitter skulled.
Oh, another arrow. I am somehow not surprised that adding an entire new ammo type with 2 weapons that use it would be bugged. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're replacing the plasma gun and the BFG, and you expect
Oh,
that
yeah.
to just work.
Yeah.
Ah, now I'm thinking of, you know, the like MS Paint Adventures thing of the like items that turn into other things.
Yeah.
Like specifically, the one I'm thinking of is the Homestuck like lipstick that turns into a chainsaw and vice versa whenever it's mentioned.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You don't have lipstick, you just have your trusty chainsaw. Why would you have a chainsaw on you? All you have is this lipstick. Anyway, it's that, a gun that turns into itself. It's like... It's actually a gun. It's 2 different guns, look identical, and whenever you use the gun, it switches to the other version of it. Like, yeah, I cast a spell that would, like, double anything. So I thought, oh yeah, I can dual wield this gun, or I don't know, have a backup. Instead, it just gave me a gun that is also itself. It just turns into itself whenever I have to reload. Alright. Well, only 2,000 more enemies in this map. That's like, what, 400 more? 412 more. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, and they've had some ideas for some neat JRPG bosses. Nice.
Oh, I'm afraid to pick this up. Well, that's not
Resident
so
Evil
bad.
save.
This time.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a problem.
Oh dear.
Ah, fuck up, ah.
You're not dead yet? Oh, impressive.
Yeah, but there's no way back up, so good luck. Yeah.
Huh? Another arrow. I didn't know they replaced existing weapons, which makes them being bugged even weirder. Yeah. God.
It's called Schrodinger's gun.
Charger's gun.
Much more useful in fighting Chekhov's cat.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually ever leave that pit if you fall in it. So, Newt, the gun. So the new weapons, the flamethrower and the I can't even remember what it's called.
Calamity
Anyway.
Blade.
Yeah, Calamity Blade. Yeah, two guns use a different type of ammo. Use fuel instead of fuel cell.
Energy
Plasma,
cells.
whatever. Energy, I can't remember what it's called. Cells in Vanilla Doom. You're basically taking up the 6 and 7 slot instead of the plasma gun and the BFG. And, you know, you'd expect, oh yeah, these just work the same, but sometimes we are pulling out another version of the gun with a different ammo count. For some reason, we have 2 copies of each gun, and they're pulling 2 different pools of ammo, and we don't know why. Yeah, for the enemy variation, other arrow wonders if you expect to make them in-fight, and generally, yeah, like, it's a thing you should always be trying to do in Doom. I don't know why people are like, oh, well, like, I'd rather fight all of them myself. No! I would fight it out. See? Yeah, it's just... Sometimes we pull out a second flamethrower that has a different ammo count, and we don't know why.
Well, that's the incinerator. This is the flamer.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas reference.
And so we've created Schrodinger's gun. The gun that turns into itself when you check the ammo count. It's not the weirdest gun we've created for our sister Discord Isekai naming server. Which is mostly just ridiculous, like, cheat items and light novel names and stuff. Yeah, bosses do something mechanically cool that also fits the story in a neat way. That's always good. Oh no. Keep dodging.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a waste. Christ.
Newt says, if you've never experienced Scythe 2 Plasma Guys, the Plasma Guys here are actually the easy version. I've seen fan-made versions of the, like, Shock Trooper showing up in other Doom mods, and oddly, the thing that they tend to give them is make them a lot faster, like they zip around. Super annoying to deal with. Like, these guys move like they're on roller skates.
Oh boy.
Oops, all cacos.
Glad they made a non-secret level in Slaughter map.
I'm not as much of a fan of slaughter maps, but I'm like, you know, I get the appeal. And again, all the Doom mods that I really love are the weird ones. Oh, you just got one in orbit now. Oh, you're trying to make it explode against that, huh? Oh, and now it's coming right for you.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. God, over 300 enemies left. You open a door to a room with like 4 Mancubi in it. Ah, there's no way those don't all open up here.
Oh, a yellow key card? Yeah, they open up.
Yeah, this is if you're just saving game all the time, this is when you save game. Oh,
Okay.
you didn't even get the key card.
Okay.
Oh?
Oh,
I...
Oh,
I think this is
Blade.
a
Hot
reference to another
damn.
Slaughter map. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wow.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Encounter.
Obliterate 50
Oh.
enemies with a single shot of the Calamity Blade. That's the achievement.
Amazing. I was gonna say, I was like muted for a bit. I'm like, well, I should probably put up like my plate and you know, do, wash up some stuff. And I'm like, you know, so just interested to come back to this. I like the visuals though. And gosh, there's so many
Into the
M's.
void.
And Newt, if you've never experienced Scythe 2 Plasma Guys, the Plasma Guys here are actually the EV version. Lovely.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, wow.
Okay, these are just imps. I can just. Ah, fuck.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think this is a reference to another Slaughter map.
Ah. I do love how wide that, you know, fire blade is. Does rule.
Yeah, but that's if you fully charge it.
True.
Of course.
At least there's health here.
Ah, Archviles!
Oh, fuck. Oh, goodness.
Okay. Damn
The
it.
important thing about slaughter maps is you have to not be the one being slaughtered.
True.
God. I love the sound of a bunch of imps dying at once. Love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory.
God. Nerd.
Okay. Ah, fuck.
What did happen in the last 5 minutes?
A slaughter map in the middle
Slaughter
of this
map. Yeah,
map.
this turned into a slaughter map. Like, that's the thing that happened. When you hit that switch, it's going to turn into even more of a slaughter map.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is just kill all those archviles immediately. Yeah, this is how you can dual wield the Calamity Blade.
God. I do love how fun that name is. Also, nice dodge. Yeah, it's pretty nice dodge in there.
Ah! Loot. It's probably inescapable. Yeah, the enemy count is now down to 100. Over slightly.
Oh, dear.
100 Barons of Hell. So you know the like E1M8, I think, like 7 or 8, the last non-secret one, the first episode, the like room with the 2 pillars that open up and there's a Baron of Hell in each of them.
Yep.
Anyway, it's the Bruiser Brothers, but it's that, but they just keep pouring out like a clown car.
They are clowns.
Oh, speaking of clowns, I actually got around to playing Circus 666, I think it's called. The Doom mod, the, you know, pretty famous horror mod. You know, evil clowns and murderous balloons and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, the reason I never finished this isn't because it was too scary or too difficult. It's because it was so dark and I couldn't see where I was going. Like, the contrast in that map is annoying at best. I get that that's the atmosphere. Pardon.
Oh crap, mine weavers. Beavers.
Beavers. Getting beavered. Oh man, those cacodemons are being beavered too.
Beaver
That's why they're
bother.
moving back so fast. They're being chain gunned backwards.
Ah, fuck. They're shooting over
Where
the
the
walls
beavers?
somehow.
Find the beavers.
Beaver. Beaver bother. Yes, please, take it out.
Nice.
Okay. Not too many enemies stricken from the count. Oh boy.
It's going to go, oh, Cacodemons, that doesn't seem too bad.
Oh my god.
It's just a swarm of Pasagos. Yeah, Pasago.
Oh, this is the other Calamity Blade.
Yeah, Upper Arrow. Those are Mind Weavers. They're Arachnotrons chain guns based on an early beta asset before they decided to, distinguish between Spider Masterminds, super chain guns, and Arachnotrons plasma guns. We called them Beavers because, like, one of us misheard Beaver as Beaver, and we're like, oh yeah, the Mind Beaver.
Yeah?
Yeah, this isn't exactly fair for Mind playthroughs.
This was the secret level. The actual secret
God.
level was like weird. The Panopticon.
The Panopticon was the elevator with the cyber demon in it that followed you up the whole level, and you had to use it to clear out rooms of enemies.
Yeah, and the exit
No.
broke, so we had to cheat to the next level.
Yeah, it's a cool concept at least.
Yeah.
Saib says, I find it funny that JRPGs have collectively agreed upon calling the default job class as freelancer. If it were me, I'd call it unemployed/broken. Not every game calls them that, but I can see why just having consistent names so people can go, oh yeah, this is the class you have by default, Useful thing to have a term for.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy specifically calls them Onion Knights, but then those became their own specific thing.
Yeah.
They became a class of themselves. Yeah, the Mind Beaver.
Mind Beaver.
Yeah, we're
It's-
not the ones out here making Office AUs, Spider Mastermind. God, just imagining next job I interview for, it's going to be, well, you get the job, you have to work for the Spider Mastermind.
Oh,
Oh, what's this? Okay,
yep.
it's a teleporter.
Oh, it's back here.
I thought it was going to be like a single imp or something.
Only 3 enemies left. One of them could be a pain elemental, though, so...
One of them is an art file released into this room.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, we've had that. We have killed 4 Archviles in this room.
God.
Okay,
Despite everything. Huh?
2 enemies left.
Yeah. Despite everything, Archviles are still the priority target. Oh, we can open this now. Cyber Demon and Spider Mastermind, go!
End game.
What's this 3-year gap in your resume? I was an Onion Knight. See? We could live in that world.
Yeah.
Alright.
Onion Knight.
Time for the Squire of Hell.
Several cyber
come on,
demons.
Oh my god.
That's not 2 enemies.
Must have been Archviles reviving that messed up the count.
Yeah, probably.
Oh! Wait, is this 8 cyber demons? I know what that's referencing. It's actually Heretic. Where
Huh.
the end of one of the episodes has 8 of the... what you call it? Minotaurs type enemies.
Huh.
Molotors, that's it.
Oh yeah, Molotors. I was playing Realism a couple of days ago, like the Doom mod that has like random enemies and weapons.
Oh yeah.
And Molitor is in the pool of bosses for it.
Uh-huh.
And it's not really that dangerous on most maps,
Yeah.
as far as bosses go.
Ah, fuck!
Like, there are bosses that can one-shot you in that mod. It's also stuff like the imp made out of more imps. It's like an imp with 5,000 hit points, and whenever you shoot it, a little imp falls off and starts moving about by itself.
I
And also-
know that one of them is a reference to Scythe, the quest for Sigil. And
Yeah.
specifically the old man who says, "Release me, leave an old man alone." Because
Not the old man.
like a giant version of him even, because basically in that game is sort of RPG-ish, but yeah, and he's like part of a quest, and he normally just says that until you get that quest.
Huh. Oh. No. I have to go, take care of something. My brother left a, dog at the other house. So gotta go, get that dog inside now that it's getting dark outside. I'll be
Hey, go
back.
get that dog.
Just a sec. Yeah.
Right. No, it doesn't actually imply all bigger demons or smaller demons go together. That's just the mega. That's one demon. I mean, what next? Are you gonna try and draw some implication from the fact that one of the boss fights is Abraham Lincoln, who is Abraham Lincoln is a giant ape who throws cars at you. Again, not that difficult a boss. Like, I ran into some that gave me real trouble. Realism is just a completely nuts mod, though. Like, you have to play it yourself to see.
I thought I saved.
Simply is why? Is that your head? He simply is. Yeah. Anyway, realism is just like one of those mods that, you know, you have to give it a try once. It says you simply must use big gun for this nonsense. Honestly, yeah, I'd give that a try. I'd whip out the Calamity Blade just this once.
Ah! Ah, crap, that's really not working, actually.
Yeah,
Right,
because you're not the right height for it.
Yeah, because it specifically does not have vertical tracking.
Yeah. You're just like hitting them to, like, below their feet. Of course it's not doing anything. You need to take a step up. Or if you have the ability to, just jump. Try charging it before.
So that has a bit of a
That
problem.
work. Yeah. So I don't know the exact mechanics of how moving and firing works with this thing.
SR50. Whew, this is a tough ending to a level.
This is the exit only open when they're all dead.
Probably one of those.
Yeah. Like, looking at the exit sign there, and I'm like, could you make it? Yeah. I don't think it is like that.
Megasphere.
Megasphere.
Ack! Molitor's had like a bunch of moves they could do. Although they had like a specific weakness. Though that one weakness only really worked if you were fighting them one-on-one. In Heretic, the chainsaw equivalent, the gloves of something, had like, okay, the Heretic also had like items you could use and like hold on to when used at a certain time. And one of them was the Tome of Power, which would not only make weapons stronger, it would also change how the weapons worked while it was active. And the Tome of Power, with the gauntlets, it had like a vampire effect where you drain health from enemies. And the Molitor has like a melee attack, which is one of its weaker attacks. And as long as you were draining it while it was trying to do its melee attack, it couldn't kill you.
Yeah, so as been asked in chat, no, this is not a mod, this is Legacy of Rust, because added as an incentive to actually buy the modern port of the game. Because of course, you know, everyone owns Doom at this point. When you said, oh, they have a weakness, it can only be exploited when there's only one of them, and I was like, what, they not turn to the left or something? "200 cyber demons." I've seen maps like that.
Yeah.
That's some
heard-
notable one. Oh, go ahead, James.
I heard from one of the top 100 mods, which is a kind of outdated thing, but
Okay.
yeah. Where you had to take on cyber demons, but you couldn't like shoot at them. Like 100 cyber demons, and you had to.
I don't know if this is the one that you mean, but there's a mod called Cyber Dreams, where the
Yes.
gimmick is each level has a cyber on it. All you have is a pistol, you never get any other weapons. You have to trick them into walking into traps, or telefrag them, or get other monsters to kill them. It's, you know, it's basically puzzle maps through the lens of how do you kill the cyber. Which is a neat concept, for a mod at least. What's there? On the... God, I remember having Doom 2, like, on CD, which came with master levels for Doom, and, like, separate disc with a bunch of on it. One of them was part of a series of them, and it was called The Express Elevator to Hell, or TIEF.WAD for short. And the bonus level for that had 200 cyber demons on it under a giant crusher. And basically the whole level was a giant puzzle to survive the onslaught of 200 cyber demons long enough to activate this crusher and kill them all. It wasn't actually the titular express elevator to hell. That was like an actual lift that went up and down on the main level itself. But you know, Cyber Dream. It's a real classic mod. And God damn it. Just open the Doom Wiki for me. Yeah, he was the actual level. And the Cyber Demon one is called Bad Dream. How many Cyber Demons are on this? Some absurd number of them. No, this is 20 to 34 of them. That's... yeah. Oh no, the Great Papyrus Pistol started all classic Doom levels a while ago. Which, yeah. Seems like a real problem for this one. Some levels are not built with Pistol Start in mind, and I guess that's part of the challenge. There's 20 Cyber Demons, no biggie. Now that 3% armor is gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting here.
My dad used to call a heretic heretic.
It's not a word everyone would have heard, so I get that. Oh, Newt says all Legacy of Rust levels were definitely built for Pistol Start. Yeah. Not actually sure if Papyrus meant this level or Teeth.wad's Bad Dream. I mispronounced so many words when I was younger because I'd only read them in books and never heard anyone say them.
Same.
Because of course I was a giant nerd.
Okay.
Don't know why you're talking about the Shadow Realm in chat, but yeah, we have relitigated this on basically anything you can talk about. Ah. Oh, poor kid. That's one thing down.
Another one.
You die?
Oh,
Oh yeah, Upper Arrow. This is a fantastic looking level, if nothing else. Like the way it turns like a tech base into a weird temple thing by the end, you know? Those are good tech base assets that really looked the part, and then they turned it into this for the final battle. Without ever like having a jarring jump between the aesthetics. Episode 1 tech bases. Episode 1 tech bases have a like really distinct vibe to them that isn't identical to its own thing. Now remember, when there's only one Cyber Demon left, it's then. Yeah, this isn't a real thing. Anyway, let's go. At least halfway there at this point.
okay. That's kind of the annoying
Alright.
thing about this weapon. The flames kind of block your view of enemy projectiles.
Yeah. You do have to keep moving to be able to see that. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just wandering off by themselves. And I know it's just that's the thing cyber demons do is they just walk around. Is that down to one of them?
Let's hope.
Hear any more stomping and comping? Ah, of course. There's the exit buttons.
Okay.
-6 monsters remain.
101%, and it feels like it. Brink.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Ring.
I think this is the last level.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's the last one. Like, there's no official secrets. Okay. Okay. Save. God damn.
How many
Three.
enemies on that? 176. Pretty manageable compared to the last one.
Oh, hey, it's the thing from the previous level.
It's the elevator to hell.
Let's see how manageable it actually is.
176 cyber demons. They're at a lot of dead guys.
Environmental storytelling. Prepare yourself mentally for a ridiculous amount of Arch, File, and Belphegor spam you'll be put up against. Oh boy.
Belphegor?
Yeah.
What the hell is Belphegor? I know what Belphegor is in other contexts. Is that Sagos?
Oh, this looks fun.
Oh, the arena.
So this is a tyrant. Oh, I didn't. Fucking. Leonard pistol starting to be terrible, but I don't need to punch out the green side. Didn't need to pinch out the green cyber demon. But yeah, the tyrant is the cyber demon, but with less health.
Way less health. That must mean it's easier to deal with.
Okay. Why are we going down?
Yeah, so what you're calling Belphegors are apparently called Sagos?
Oh!
I don't actually know if that's the
Oh wait,
case.
they're fighting each other. Because there's a cyber demon amongst them. Haha!
Yeah. I can get why you would call them Belphegors, but that's... Belphegors Sin of Sloth, that's it. Sagos are completely different. When I tried googling Belphegor Doom, I got like a blue pinky, and I'm like, oh, it's someone's Doom OC. Yeah, we've seen plenty of these guys, though. They're a whole thing with the, like, fire-based weapons that were added to this mod. Not mod. God, I keep saying mod, because it technically is. It's a episode, I guess. Possible. It's completely fine to just not know the names of these enemies. I barely remember the new ones. Sago, Banshee, Ghoul, Iron. Oh, there are probably more.
Ah, fuck.
9% health. Nope.
Damn it. Oh, son of a bitch. God,
God, I don't know. The guide I linked there was just me saying, this is a different guy. Sago was the other one that I linked before, which are the ones we've been seeing.
Yeah, mix up the names. That happens. Don't worry too much about it. Ouch. Get some infighting.
Can they infight?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Cyber Demon and Tyrant, I guess. Yeah, technically different monsters in the way that Barons and Knights are.
Except in 64.
That's a hard-coded exception. Fight. How many tyrants could you take in a fight? It is flip these 5 switches.
I'm on top of the world.
Up on the top of the world, down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found. Since you- What is this right there? Oh wow. Actually, treats.
Ah, fuck!
In art battles we buy Sagos?
I think? Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the Mindweaver and the Shock Trooper. Yeah, those were the other new ones.
Ay. Okay.
Oh, I absolutely must have played Scythe too, because I'm looking at the description of the Evil Marine, the like Shock Trooper from that, and it's like, yeah, they just sit around like the marine. Yeah, those guys were nightmares to fight. Can I speak Scots? Depends what you mean by that. I don't swear nearly often enough to speak properly. I also don't speak Gaelic. So that's like probably not by any definition. Like anything I speak is probably by definition Scottish though, because I sometimes use turns of phrase and people go, huh, never heard that one before. Great Iris says, save. Yeah. This is a rotate your saves kind of situation.
Whoa!
Yeah. With 6 nerd. We're all various types of nerds here. The Gen Z Retro says, I'm new to the stream. Also, I'm guessing a Doom mod you're playing right now. Once again, gonna have to explain. Legacy of Rust isn't actually a mod. It's actually an official new episode of Doom. They added as an incentive to, you know, buy the most recent re-release of Doom. So it is a official, like, official first-party episode for Doom that happens to have been released in 2024. Not the first time they've done something like that. Way back in the day, episode 4, Thy Flesh Consumed, was a similar situation. Yeah, this is just Legacy of Rust. If you're wondering, the reason I'm talking so much and James isn't is that James is the one playing. Also, she might have muted herself. I don't know.
I'm not muted.
Alright, it's just because she's very distracted fighting like 100 Versagos. This level is probably the final level of the episode?
It is.
Yeah. Since we just fought a bunch of recolored cyber demons, yeah. Not really
Oh, I hear-
recolored. Tyrants are a bit different. They're the Hell Knights of cyber demons. Yeah. We stream quite a few retro games around here. Like, just a couple of weeks ago, we were streaming Ultima 4, which is a bit too retro for my tastes, but you know.
Okay.
It's also wild that Doom is still an actively supported game, both officially and, you know, with mods 30 years on. So this is an official release, but there's been dozens of fan-made projects of similar qualities.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I thought there was a...
Really can revive for Psychos. Yeah, people keep seeing Legacy of Rust and going, oh, what mod is this? It's just not many people played this official episode of the game.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah. So, I grew up in a household who, for a while, didn't really have enough money for keeping up with modern releases of games, so we just had an Amiga 500. Which is why I, you know, it's why I know a lot about some very specific older games, because we had a lot of pirated discs for that. Iris says, in my opinion, I think Pain Elementals are worse than Art Files. That's completely valid. They're both priority targets. They increase the number of enemies are, you know, showing up. They become worse problems the longer they're around. It's just, if you can kill an Archvile, you take that one down first. Yeah. We're not exactly playing that many, like, cutting-edge AAA games around here.
Ah, fuck.
I don't do solo streams that often, but like the only thing approaching a modern game that I play for those is the Hitman trilogy. That's just because I love playing Hitman. Most of the time, games I'm streaming are just really old games from consoles I incidentally played at some point in the past. I didn't even own half of them. Oh yeah, Okami is probably the closest to AAA game that we played in a long time. And that really isn't. It's like, when did Okami come out? 10 years ago at least.
Like 2005, 4-ish.
Yeah, even longer I guess. Okami State. 2006. That's solid 18 years ago. Yeah, so like three of us, Kitty isn't here right now because she's off checking on a dog, I think. But like three of us are all in our 30s, so that kind of colors what kind of games we play. Yeah, who doesn't hate Pain Elementals? We have an emote on the Discord that's called Cringe Elemental, which is one specific frame of the Pain Elemental.
No, stop reviving.
Yeah. Oh, the 2600 port of Donkey Kong. Are you talking about the one with the famous like title cards? They're like the aliens, the pyramid.
No,
I
that's
don't know
not
if that's the case. Donkey Kong, aliens. No, that isn't the same.
Okay, I think I got them all.
Yeah, let's see.
Arch files.
I'm gonna drop it in this. Oh god. Joke mod for the pain elements. Out for pain elements. If that's all they do, then fine. I want to say there was one that was like, I can't remember what the custom pain elementals were called. It's something like Mother of Suffering or something. What he do is he spit out other fully functioning pain elementals, which in turn spit out, you know, lost souls.
That's a nuke.
Yeah, the RPGs, Doom RPG for phones, I actually guested on a couple of streams mods for that for a friend, Bad Space King. And yeah, there were so many recolors in that. I have definitely seen a joke mod that makes all enemies into archviles that can revive other archviles. Yeah.
Okay.
So my main experience with the original Donkey Kong was playing a port of it for the Amiga. Obviously, I played
more.
like country stuff. The Belphegor room, where we keep all our... Sorry, the Visago room. Got me saying it. You're saying the 2600 port is only 4 kilobytes, and I'm thinking of, at one point, I had literally every Game Boy game, like Game Boy and Game Boy Color game, on my phone, because the archive was like a couple of megabytes. I kind of trimmed that down though, because a lot of ones are just like, oh yeah, I'm never going to play this, so I might as well delete it. Like, let's be real, there's a lot of shovelware for the Game Boy.
Remember when games weren't several hundred megabytes? Or gigabytes?
Listen, you can go back to that time. You can, 1, play retro games, or 2, go on itch.io, find some weird indie game that will rewire your brain forever. So
fuck off!
A game called Fortune 499, which is a really fun little game whose main mechanic is rock, paper, scissors, and using your like future predicting abilities to like your precognition to cheat at rock, paper, scissors. Really great little game. And I don't think it would benefit from having more money shoveled into it. Yeah.
Hi. What?
Yeah, hey,
what
Kitty.
money? I see in chat something about the Colico and surviving the crash of '82, which is impressive. Also, this place seems like it's annoying, but I do love the rockets.
Yeah.
Those
Just
are fun.
Nuclear missiles. Are just
Oh!
to the Archvile
The nuclear
containment
missiles?
breach.
Oh no.
UAC's has nukes in hell.
Conspiracy theory. The UAC's hell nukes.
Are the health nukes supposed to blow up the demons, or like,
I have no idea.
or are they supposed to be launched from hell to like Earth and shit? Like that's the only two ideas I can imagine of why you'd want nukes in hell or hell nukes.
It's plot in the Legacy of Rust, the demons trying to nuke us. The plot is UAC has like a secret and they don't want anyone and demons are around.
I mean, it could very well be that the Legacy of Rust is that demons found out about the hell nukes and are like, what if we just nuked like Mars and Earth
Just
actually?
Doom guy.
Let's nuke the Doom guy. Also, Gen Z Retro. I have the 2600 port of the arcade game Mousetrap. Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that arcade game.
Yes, that's like looking at this and going, it's kind of a Pac-Man kind of feel here. It's not Mousetrap, the board game.
Ah,
My brain immediately went, why is that on 600? Great for fires, just keep saying save.
Kind
It's there. It's like, it's not a good time to save.
very much not a
Yeah.
good time to save.
Yeah, save your game. That's not quite the papyrus voice. Yeah, you should save your game before you lose your progress.
the Papyrus voice
Why?
is basically a modified what's his face?
Skeletor. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real, you're just doing Skeletor.
Yeah.
Is that not only art files now? If so, that might have actually been a time to save, but, you know. Hindsight.
Oh, and Gen Z Retro, the end label on my 2600 Donkey Kong was in half, so I had to tape it. Oh. And Mousetrap, based on the arcade game, not on the board game. It's
Yeah,
a
so it is a
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man game.
neat.
Like I thought it was from the like couple of screen taps there are.
More like Legacy
Yeah.
of Fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire stuff going on in this. Like the new weapons, the new enemies, the archviles. Yeah, some people just spam stage. It's like, if you're playing on a difficulty that needs you to quick save every 5 seconds, maybe it's not the difficulty you should be doing. Like, maybe you're not getting the most enjoyment out of that. That isn't like a get good kind of thing, that's me just saying, like,
Some people like
you
that.
know. Some people do like that, and it's fine if that's how you're enjoying the game. It's just sometimes it's less frustrating to just dial back difficulty one notch, just continue there.
Yeah. For sure.
Alright, now if you can get to the safe spot, save. Most of the archviles down, if not all of them. Gen Z Retro says, Power Palace of the game, which are dog treats you can save up until we have 4. Use the treats to turn into a dog. Get the cats. Don't slash cheese get 1 point, 500 points for extra life. You're saying you need to turn into a dog, right? Nah. Pac-Man is Doom Cannon. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, actually, funny that you say that. Because Pac-Man, the secret level in Wolfenstein 3D
Yeah, that's
is
what
Pac-
I'm talking
Other
about.
arrow.
That is literally the
that's
level that we
literally-
were talking about in chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't read it. Yeah, Other Arrow mentioned it. That Secret Levels Wolfenstein 3D is based on Pac-Man, complete with exclusive ghost enemies that can drain your HP if they hover over you.
Hey, psyched.
Also, hello 180.
Oh,
Right.
Oh boy.
Styles?
Hey, that's from like
I have to make a tough moral choice about whether we kill Ulysses.
Are we nuking hell? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Um,
we're in hell. These are the nukes in hell.
yeah. Also, oh, you're coming out a bit quiet on my end, or maybe it.
Yeah, I just turned up sights volume to like 200 here.
Let's see.
Gen Z Retro says, what's funny is the first ever bad game was an official Pac-Man game. 2600 port was a rushed prototype. Yeah.
You know what? I'd believe it. I somehow doubt that was the first bad game. Gen Z
Oh
Retro
my God.
replies,
Like,
it is
you
released
cannot drop any of the
1981.
Read Worm 20 minutes from the end of a stream. Sorry.
Kind of-
Yeah, I kind of doubt it's the first bad game. In fact, I've got a. Where is this book? I've got a book that's like terrible old games you've probably never heard of, which is like an Ashen's book, I think. I'm gonna have to find it. In fact, let's see if I can. Yeah, it is Ashen's. Ashen. I'm unsure about yeah.
Can't believe the last 2 levels are slaughter maps, basically. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird pacing-wise.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I've got a copy of this book somewhere, but unfortunately all the other books I own are like real door stuffers.
Oh dear.
I can't pull it out at this point. I
No.
think I know where it is. Let's see.
Oh yeah, another. I noticed we're the ones dropping these nukes. Are we going to nuke hell? I think so. Is this a weaker cyber demon catching there's hordes of them?
Probably that.
Yes.
Yeah. And Gen Z Retro, I think the 2600 Porter Pac-Man had more carts made for it than the actual 2600. They had sold so far that they sold so far at the time. And Great Fires. Delightful. Gosh. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I got distracted, but 180. I think you may also appreciate that this weird flame-like weapon is called the Cataclysm Blade. Why am I tripping over that word? And if you fully charge it, it can just cloud entire rooms. It rolls. Because I do love it as a name.
The Catechism Blade would be a very good.
Yeah?
Well, probably.
Yeah? Oh god. There's so many enemies here.
Okay.
No. Oh yeah. Huh. This is it. Retro. I have a 2600 Activision game released 1983. Yeah, I forgot that they had stuff going on that early. Maybe even a bit earlier. I forget exactly. Which I'm now reminded of a video I watched made by Melody No Username on YouTube talking about... Great, what was it precisely? Oh, give me a sec, I'll find it. But just this one old game system that literally at one time was completely dominating like the market, and then they just kind of kept messing up. And no surname, yeah? Where was it? Oh, Oh yeah, about Atari. That's what her video was about. I might as well link it in the YouTube chat, and it's just so. Just the thumbnail's really funny too, because it's like, imagine having at one point sold, like 30 million like consoles, right? And then what if you just fumbled that? What if you just chose to fumble that? Like, maybe you can be generous and say like,
Oh boy.
no one chooses to really fumble like their company that bad. But no, sometimes they do actually.
Things they do. So, I have actually dug out my copy of terrible old games you've probably never heard of, which I think actually has multiple volumes now. The thing is, it's not chronologically ordered, it's alphabetically by hence Bionic Granny being near the start. Yeah, it's a fun read.
They should be ordered by how bad they are.
It's just mostly, yeah, really old bad games I haven't heard of.
Yeah.
I don't think if there were any ones I had actually played, but no. I think my memory of terrible games is more like the generation after this. So, yeah, the video game crash did kind of kill the video games market in America. Over in the UK, yeah, we just kept on going with our Amigas and Ataris. We didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wild.
If you're wondering, my copy of Terrible Old Games is right underneath my copy of Apple Quest Monsters DX.
Oh yeah, that book. Nice.
Plan. Just like a fake Pokédex, basically. Ah,
Yep.
man. Sorry, Saif keeps pinging me. Keeps pinging me with every single reply. I just get bugged by that. But yeah, Ashens does live up to the hype of these aren't games you've heard of. They're just that bad. You don't hear about them. Also, yes, I've read Worm. I don't think anyone else in chat has. Aside from the one person who mentioned him. She's a very fun character. Papyrus, what are you saying? That it's possibly being blanked out by YouTube?
Yeah. What?
Like, I hope that that's a bit you're doing and not like dropping slurs in our chat.
Yeah.
Ah,
They also said something about snorting coke earlier.
yeah.
What? God, I've quite missed
See,
quite
the
a bit.
thing is, someone saying, I just snorted a suitcase full of coke. Like,
That's
yeah,
silly.
that's like friend of the show Exowave says stuff like that all the time. We're like, yeah, Exowave, cool.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Go
I've
ninja,
accidentally
go
snorted
ninja, go.
Coca-Cola.
Go ninja,
Feels
go
real
ninja,
bad.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. I don't think Papyrus would do coke. I don't think that's Spiritus' character.
Yeah.
Favorite
then these
retro
are-
sports game.
Oh, I haven't played much of those.
Yeah, sports games were never really my thing. Like, have to bend definition quite a bit to get one I actually like.
let's see here. I feel like I definitely like played some growing up, maybe. But I don't remember which. No, I remember playing like some version of Madden with like my cousins years ago, but I'm forgetting which. Like, you know, like there's so many Maddens you see. I don't remember which one it was, and I'm like, that was, you know, probably over 20 years ago. So I feel like I can kind of get away by calling that retro. But I don't know.
Oh, I won.
Oh, wow, you did it. You won.
Okay.
Ah. Oh, it's Nuke Hell in Mars or whatever's that.
And this is the bit from the first level.
Neat.
Oh yeah, everything's coming together.
Is it-
Tick tock, tick tock. The air is thick with
Tick
blood and
tock.
irony.
Non-stop.
You turn UAC's final gambit against them, but will they have the last laugh? 3, 2, 1. Then with a snap and a puff of ozone, the portal winks out of existence. Its crimson maelstrom yielding to blessed silence. 0. It's done. You rid the world of two evils in a single violent stroke. You survive. Legacy can wait. You ain't finished yet. Cool.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I guess we blew up the UAC or some part of it.
Yeah, take that, Earth.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Or maybe what was left on. Well, no. Like what's left on Mars got killed, right? Like, definitely in the first Doom, they got like
that,
destroyed.
Jupiter. Take that.
Hey.
Wherever the UAC are based now, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, just the idea of Jupiter. I mean, Jupiter would be completely fine. There's a giant storm bigger than the Earth constantly going on. I don't think we can meaningfully destroy Jupiter with like anything we have. So Jupiter would actually just be fine. Like it's already more turbulent than we could ever possibly imagine. So it's like it's fine.
Yeah.
Yippee. But yeah, that's something.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's the end of the stream. Thank you for
Yeah.
tuning in. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah. It sure was. No, this is a pretty fun, like, DLC, whatever you call this.
Yeah.
It's still really mean at places, though.
Yeah, the last two levels just being slaughter maps was, like I said, kind of weird pacing.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, later.
See ya.
Ciao.
Goodbye.